Hey, welcome to Fud Life, where we like wood and steel guns and fishing in john boats.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. Today's video is on the 03A3. The 03A3 was an upgraded version of the 1903. So during World War II, they produced these as a stopgap, I guess, for the M1 Garand. They couldn't build enough Garand, so they fired up this production line, and this was built by Remington. It has a 1943 date here on the barrel. You can see there the RA, Remington Arms, and the Flaming Bomb acceptance mark, and 9 of 43. So this was built in September of 43, during the thick of the war. So the 03A3 is a copy of the German Mauser, and it's a cock-on open design. And in fact, the United States, before World War I, paid a royalty to Germany for these things. Or everyone that was built, I guess they paid them something. And during World War I, all that stopped. And I guess they kind of mothballed the design for a while and then brought it back out in the Second World War. The 03 is like an improved Mauser to me. I mean, it's kind of like the 98K, being a short barrel. It's a handy size. It's 30-06, and you know when you're shooting it, you know you're alive. But it's not terrible. It's not terrible to shoot. It has magazine cutoff, so when it's on, the magazine's on, and when this is off, it's a single shot. And then you move it to the center to remove the bolt. That. If you look at the bolt, and it's Mauser. It's definitely Mauser. It's got the big claw extractor. Cocking piece is very similar. The safety is very similar to a Mauser. On these parts were stamped. Trigger guard, floor plate, all this was stamped. Even the sling swivels are stamped. The stacking swivels stamped. The front sight is stamped. So they were putting these things out in a hurry. So it's an upgrade. I feel like it's an upgrade of the 1903. Got to have that in the middle. Well, oh, I got it all screwed up. How the hell did I do that? I had the extractor turned. I lost my train of thought now. Anyway, it has the numbers matching stock, which I think is kind of a cool deal. I don't know if that's a rare thing or not on these 03A3s, but the last numbers on the serial number, it's in the 4 million range. 4,111,000 or 113,498. So 3498 is this number here too. Now my dad, he sanded the crap out of this thing, because he liked them to look like a Browning. So, you know, he sanded it and made it smooth and put a polyurethane finish on it. And you know, it's not an oil finish anymore. But you know, I like it how it is, and I don't plan on changing it. Probably going to be the same when my kids get it. So I don't shoot the living crap out of it, but I do shoot it. In fact, let's go shoot it now. All right, here we are at the range. Now, this thing feeds from a 5-round stripper clip, and these are my reloads for my M1 Garand. It's 47 grains of IMR 4895 and 150 grain Hornady full metal jacket. Just a target load. Works well in the Grand, and it works well in this rifle too. So I got my favorite gong to shoot out there at 100 yards. It's been a while since I shot this rifle. So let's go for dead center. Wait a minute. Let's put our ears on. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't shoot that. That would have really sucked. Whew, I'm glad I didn't shoot that, man. 30-06 under this roof, enclosed. I would have been a bumming boy. I would have rang my bell. I probably would have went home. I'm very protective of my hearing. And sometimes I wear earmuffs over the earplugs. All right. Let's try that again. It's a little bit high. Now these I can reload, so try to hang on to the brass. They're all commercial rounds. What's the deal? It's been a year since I shot this thing, so I don't know where to hold anymore. That's not swinging, but I didn't see any dust. I'll try one more shot before I change anything around. There we go. I was aiming too high. Can't short chuck that bolt or it won't pick up the next round. I think I know where to hold now. Yeah. Man, 30-06 really knocks the crap out of that gong. I love that part. I don't know if it's because I've shot this rifle quite a bit, but this one seems like the stripper clips work great on it. Better than a lot of the other military rifles I have. So I guess I'm going to move the camera behind me over here so you guys can see the gong fly. Let's see, I'll zoom in for a couple of shots and see if I can get that on video. It's not the greatest, I know. But it's what I got, so it's what you get. It's a pretty accurate rifle. Short chucking that thing. I don't know why. And once you get her zeroed in and know where to hold, it's pretty reliable. Alright, I'm going to try a 200-yard shot. I don't know if it'll show up on the video or not, but whappo! Let's try one more of them. I can hear it smacking it, but can't see it. Starting to get a little warm. That ain't shit. I couldn't imagine what these things went through in a combat situation. They were probably shooting the living tar out of them. Go back to the 100-yard gong. And you gotta love 30-06. It's just got some punch to it. This particular round here is a soft point hunting bullet. Hopefully it has the same point of impact. It does. Or you know what? That was a Lake City. This is the hunting bullet. That actually had less wallop than what I've been shooting. The loads that I load, I try to approximate that M2 ball round. And my grands love it. It works well with them and this rifle too. So all right, let's I'm gonna let the thing cool off a little bit. Let's get some close-ups for you guys. Here's the where the cleaning kit went. No cigar in there. Dadgummit. My dad didn't smoke cigars, so I've had the thing completely apart just to make sure that it wasn't rusty or anything. My dad had some humidity problems in his basement, and after he passed away and I got all his rifles, I started cleaning on them and noticed that several of them were rusty. So I always run a dehumidifier in my basement, and that's where I keep my rifles, and they all stay nice and fresh, no rust. So I've had this thing completely apart. I didn't have to conserve it or anything. I just cleaned her up real good, which wasn't very difficult because my dad was pretty meticulous about it. When he shot him, he cleaned him. He's an old school fella, so some more of these reloads for the Gran. That's 4 rounds there. Man, it just knocks the tar out of that gong. I love that part. It's one of my favorite parts. I'm going to try the 200-yard gong or swinger. Ooh, I got it. Oh, I wish I had the camera pointed at it. Let's try that again with the camera pointed at it. All right, that's going to do it for the 03A3. It's about 95 degrees out here, and the rifle's hot, and I am too. So that's going to be it for this video. If you get a chance to own one of these, definitely go for it. That short rifle, the peep sight. It's just a fantastic setup, and you can't hardly miss with the thing. I know I'm going to enjoy this for many more years, and probably my grandkid will enjoy it too, or my grandkids, or however it turns out at the end. But I have no plans of getting rid of this. I know they're pretty pricey to pick up these days, but man, it's worth every penny you got to pay. I didn't have to pay. I'm fortunate, you know. Unfortunately, my dad died, but he did leave me this great rifle, and you know, I shot it for years and years with him, so we got to enjoy it together quite a bit. All right, so that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed the content in today's video, be sure and like and subscribe. Have a good one.